Okay, so we're gonna be taking a couple of loads. This is just gonna be the first one. We're gonna take some more raw iron up to the ironworks, and then we're gonna take another load of lumber up to the ironworks as well. And then I'll probably end up having to fill it with some coal, so I'll have to go make some coal, but I can probably do that in a little bit. But that's kind of what the idea is today, is just to kind of get as much steel pipe as I possibly can made. And then, next episode, like I say, is gonna be we're gonna be running a bunch of pipe to different places. Like, I think the refinery takes pipe, and I think the oil field, both of those take pipe. So we're gonna have to, run some loads out of there. I don't know, when we're gonna do that, but I figured, we might as well, go for it. See what we can at least, get this. I know we can get this out there, and then come back, and then we'll fill it all up with lumber. Get all the lumber out there, and we should be okay. Everything should be okay, I would imagine, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so looks like we're gonna have a pretty easy time for this raw iron, so that's gonna be the easy part. Our part's probably gonna be the lumber, because that's gonna be a little bit more heavy, because you're gonna have all the cars, but they're gonna, be filled with, I think it's 3 lumber they take. So be fine. Who knows, I might buy like a big car to put on the back. I should have thought about that before we take, we took the raw iron, but, maybe I'll buy one of those for the lumber. And I'm just trying to get like how much weight this train can actually move. So I think that'd be a good idea. We'll get one more car, either it be a big one or a small one. Who knows? Either way, it'll be fine. It's just I'm hoping for no more derailments like we had last time, getting the the actual iron ore out of the mine. I hope that doesn't happen, like where we have a bad derailment, because that was a pain to come back from. So we should be okay though. Okay, so we're making a heck of a good time. I didn't think that we would make it, that good of a time, I guess, but we did. So now we're gonna go right through the middle, right to the ironworks. I kind of like this update, so I can actually, label what track goes where. So that's kind of a good thing. And pretty much what I'm going to do, we're gonna make as much stuff in the ironworks as I can, so that way we can start, make more oil barrels and stuff. And then I don't know what we're gonna do after that. I might go through and try to actually build like maybe towns or something. I mean, I might, do that as well as, fix up this track. Lord knows that there's a lot of track I gotta fix. And I might go through and maybe record myself fixing a lot of that too. Well, maybe I'll do that. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, the track that I have now is working, yes, but the one up to like the iron mine, for example, I don't know, man. It's gonna take a lot of work to fix it. So I'm gonna hope that I can actually fix it. And I don't think that there's an easy way to fix it. We're gonna have to see if I get it, fixed all the way up, if it's gonna be a good, running, and then we might be able to run some more cars. Maybe try to run like, a big train up, the iron mine. But that's not gonna happen probably right away, and then I'll have to see, because the way I built to the coal mine, we'll have to see if that can support, different trains than what I got. So we might have to save up all the money that we get from these runs today, and then see if we can get maybe enough for a new train or something, or pretty close to it. Maybe just something even with a tender. So that way I can, test out some of the other track. But I don't know. Maybe we could do that. I don't know if that's what we're gonna do right now at this point in time, though. So I guess we'll just have to see, how much we get and how much the new train is. I'm just trying to get one with a tender. I don't really care. It can be a coal fire or a wood fire. It doesn't really matter. I just need to get something with a tender so that I can test my actual track. Because some of it might be good for tenders and some of it might not be bad. Or it's bad, but we'll find out. Hopefully it's not all bad, though. Okay, so we're finally here with all the raw iron, so I'm kind of hoping that once we get this, offloaded, we can see about, basically getting back down, go to the salt mill, maybe get some of the other rolling stock in just one car to see, like, how they interact, I guess, with each other, and, it should be okay, I would imagine, but who knows, right? So that might be what I do. But other than that, I might try to get a train, like I was saying earlier, with getting one with the tender, because, and even, that would be pretty good too. But it's just gonna, basically lead to bigger and bigger trains that I'm gonna have to run, probably. Like, I think the smelter needs more raw iron, I believe. So, might get some of the other cars, get some of the regular hopper cars, get a couple of those maybe with a train. Whether it be this train or a new train or whatever, but, get at least 2 of those cars, because I think those move, like, what, 10 a piece? So, if the regular hoppers move 10 a piece, you could basically haul 20, 20 raw iron down to the smelter, in one pole. Of course, you need more cordwood cars. I got one of those, so it's kind of like, I need to buy more cars and then see what we can get going, Yeah, we're gonna definitely try to fill up the coal mine as best I can, I think, next time. So we might take a long train out to there. But I think I'm gonna also fix the iron mine line pretty much. I gotta fix a lot of it. A lot of it might have to just go to like a bridge or something. I know it sounds like a bad idea, but there's just spots like where the whole track kind of like bunches around like the mountain. So I think in order to come away from the mountain as best I can, I'm gonna have to end up using a bridge though. So that might be worth it. I just don't know if that's something I'm gonna do on camera or not. I haven't decided. But, I mean, that's gotta be done too. And we could check the coal mine too and see if there's any spots that really need to be fixed, which I'm probably sure there is somewhere. Who knows? But, we'll get all that fixed up and away you go, And we might try to start, filling this thing with as much raw iron as I can make. So, that might be worth it. So, I'm gonna see what we can do for that, because I think that sounds like a challenge to me to see how much, raw iron I can put in this place while keeping it functional at the same time. So, we might need another bigger train. We might have to get one of those whenever, we get up there in money, we might have to do that, so. Like, look at, investing into a bigger train. Because as many cars as I'm thinking about pulling, we're gonna need something with a lot of pulling power. I mean, I could hook this and the Betsy Fry together. But, I don't really want to do that. Well, we'll see. You know, hopefully I can come up with something to see what we're gonna do with that. So hopefully, since we got all that unloaded, it won't take us long. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go down and get a little bit of the lumber and stuff, and that shouldn't take too terribly long. And then once we're loaded with all the lumber, because it's gonna, you know, again, it's gonna take me a while to get back. And then I'm gonna see maybe about getting a big car from, you know, the older stock before the new cars came out. We're gonna get one of those at least, and I want to try just with the lumber, and see like what it does, because it holds the same beams and that. So we got now everything loaded. So just gonna be getting there, getting offloaded, and hopefully, like I say, hopefully everything will, you know, be good to go. You know, no derailments like we had last time with the raw iron, because that was a pain. That's always a pain. So I know I'm probably gonna have to get my fire relit up here a little bit. So let's see what she's doing. Well, she's up the tent now. But just in case, we'll give it another extra scoop. Just to make sure she's got good temp. I know we're gonna run out of probably boiler pressure, probably. You know. But we're gonna get moving. And we're just gonna go as far as it will take us. It takes us all the way there, it takes us all the way there. If not, not. But we'll figure that out here in a little bit. And, alright, let's see here. Got enough fire, so it should theoretically maybe get us a majority of the way there, or if not, it should get us pretty much up to where it switches off to the three-way switch. I don't know how close we are to that, but we're gonna take a run at it, that's for sure. So hopefully, like, it gets, you know, all the way to there, and then starts, you know, building more as it goes. But I don't think that that's gonna happen, because I can't get it 100, you know. See if we can get it, you know, going a little bit faster, and then we'll just wait and see. Shouldn't take, like I was saying, it shouldn't take too long for it to come up to temp. After, you know, we get this lumber delivered, might look and see at what we got, you know, left to do. Do we need to bring coal or anything like that to over here, or do I gotta go make coal? And we would just take, or should we take like rail, and then we would take, you know, the beams over to there. So, I don't know, we might make some more coal, maybe. But I do need to invest into a way to actually fill the coaling towers, too. Because I do gotta fill these, you know, coal trains. Granted, not all the time. But I do gotta invest into a couple order a car or two or whatever of that type to actually fill them, I think. So, we're gonna get that probably next. I might, you know, get that off camera. Just that car. That's all I'm gonna get, probably. So, I mean, either a car or two or whatever I'm gonna do, you know, in that situation. When we get there, I guess, because I think we're gonna have to start filling them pretty soon, because I think this train might run out of coal soon. So, we're gonna go ahead and do that, but that won't be, at least not this next episode coming up, but maybe the next one we might do that. Just depends on, you know, how much they cost and, you know, everything. So I guess we'll have to figure that out. Maybe I'll do that off camera, figure out like what I gotta run to get more money. Do that probably. And then we should be good to go. And I do gotta put some water into this train too, so I mean, probably do that off camera at least. Because filling this thing full of water takes forever sometimes, so At least I'll do that off camera, and then this thing will be ready to run again. After we, get back to here with empty cars. That's probably what I'll do. So, at least we're getting somewhere, it feels like now. Just gotta make the coal to go inside the tower. But we'll get on that maybe, next episode or two, just depending on, again, how much they cost. Alright, so we're getting pretty much past, where you would, put water and all that in here. So once we get past that, we're about almost all the way to where the switch is that you would have to hit if you're going to the oil field or going to the refinery. I haven't got to actually run the train all the way to the refinery yet. I might do that off camera before we start running anything out there, just so that, if there's a corner that's a little bit too sharp, I can take care of it. You have to fix it in the middle of, running a train, then re-rail everything. I'd rather not play 52,000 pickup, If I don't have to, then, I don't have to, then I won't, So, yeah, I think we might start taking some stuff. When we get enough oil in the oil field, then, I'll go get some cars. I don't think I'm gonna go with the new rolling stock oil cars, because they only hold 2, in each car, so I might get like a, either regular oil car, or I might get the, what are them called? Some coffin cars, I think they're called. I think those hold about 8 or 9. So, if we get 2 of those timed together, that would give me enough capacity for what I need right now. At least more than enough for what I'm, ever trying to get out of these cars. So, and then we gotta just deal with the train after that and see, can we get another train? How much is another train, gonna cost us? And I hope it's, I'm gonna try to get to the, the newer big coal trains, but I don't know if I can. That might be like, the 4th or 5th train that I get the one train that I want, but I'm just kind of scaling up as I, need to. That's kind of the plan anyway. So, that's just kind of how it's working, is I'm just getting bigger and bigger trains as I need them. Rather than, just buying the biggest train that, that you can get in the game, and then just going out, and then just buying all the cars that you need, I'd rather just kind of scale up generally than have to, scale up all real big and fast and then run out of money and have nothing really to pull anything, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it. So, at least we're getting, like I say, we're about halfway there. I think we're hitting the switch right now. So, as we hit this switch, we're basically not very far away from where this is going to be dropped off. And, hopefully, there's no derailments between here and there, but I don't think that there will be. But, I don't know, it's just the last time I ran like something like this, bad stuff happened, so I hope nothing happens, but you never know. Okay, so we got a lot of it, we're getting there. Right where we're at, we're about all the way through. That is the oil refinery all the way over there, the other track that you're looking at. And then all the way to the other side would be, your oil field. So, hopefully, nothing bad will happen, nothing like that, but kind of hope that I can get this at least out of there, and we can see what we can get. Okay. So we got a lot of that figured out. So pretty much we're just going to take this load all the way to the ironworks and then see. We should be able to get a lot of pipe, like a lot of the steel pipe out, and then, or at least produced, and then we should have enough. Maybe I gotta get more, iron and take it to the smelter and make some more, raw iron, but, we'll get to that portion as well, I think. I think I might do that off camera, though, because I think, just me knowing how much it actually would take to fill with my single core wood car, and, with all the iron that I'm going to need, it's going to take me a while because I'm going to have to take, a lot of it to the smelter. And it's kind of a long run because I'm going to have to interchange the car, like every time. So I'll just do that off camera. That doesn't sound like it's going to be interesting. So we will get all that, filmed and edited. Maybe like of repairing the track, because I do got to repair the iron mine track a lot. That's where I lost the freaking iron car. Still can't believe that happened too. That thing just, it came right around that corner and just boom, gone. So I gotta redo a lot of that and see if I can get a lot better. Like I might just have to use bridge in like a lot of the case, I think. But yeah, we should be okay. At least I think. And judging on what we got, I mean, we should be alright, but it's always getting all that iron to where it needs to go, which is always the problem. So, that's gonna take a long, long time. So, like, I hope, we can get everything done, but, like I say, man, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it might be, be able to be done, but it's going to take a lot of time to fix that. So we're going to unload this right now. And we'll get at least this big car all unloaded right here if it will reach. Because that will help me, be able to go backwards a little bit easier here. So that's going to get all unloaded. And then that's probably going to eat some of that raw iron up. And I do believe it has some coal left over from when I brought some up the last time, so I think it should be good. I think. And I just gotta, I gotta make a lot of raw iron, and I gotta make a lot of coal. Man, this is gonna be fun. So, I'm gonna get all that figured out, but first I, gotta get the iron mine, that section of track where it's just kind of spaghetti. I mean, it starts from where it starts going uphill, and then it goes all the way back. So, we're going to have to rip out all the stone wall, and probably just put bridge all the way through. Unless we can use, what's that called? Like that high ballast, and maybe try to get some of that built up. That's another option, but I'm going to just try to, see what we can do with that. So that might be next episode. I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to it, but who knows? Might be the easiest thing I've ever done. Might not be the easiest thing I've ever done. So when it comes to thinking about replacing all that stone wall, because that took me like 2 days to lay. So to get it actually where it would be functional. And now I gotta go through and rip it up and make it even more functional. And it's just not looking, real great, but it's got to be done. I mean, it's got to get better because it's going to have to be, because if I take any bigger trains down there, they'll derail immediately. So yeah, I might just replace it all with bridge and just say, the heck with it, and then just lay it. If we can get it within the same, we should be able to get the same grade, right, I think. Depending if we can, though. Because I don't want to go, like, this way and that way with it, that's like kind of screwed it up I think last time too. So I definitely got to make sure that I don't mess with my grade too much. I mean, I can leave it as level as I can,
which is probably what I'll do. I'll leave, you know, like a cross piece or something up on the high point or something like of the hill, and then I'll just run my bridge to it to get my grade right. I think that's what I'm gonna end up having to do. Either that or use. It could be a crossover 90 or it could be a 45 piece. I'll lay one of the two out there. And then that should hopefully get my grade right. At least with enough grade to where it's not going to be too bad. So, I mean, it's kind of whatever at this point. Is it going to be fine or is it going to be bad? I don't really know at this point, but we're going to find out. I'm just, you know, thinking about it right now, and it running through my head, and it's gonna take me a lot of time to figure that out. That might be a long video though, so I might break that into sections. If it, like, I'm not gonna go over an hour fixing that, you know, unless people want to see that. But I don't really feel like doing like a full hour of it. Like, I'll do a lot of it, and then if I gotta, like, you know, run a train over it or something, then, you know, we'll obviously record that too. But we're gonna test it just with a train and like some cars. I'm gonna put a few cars, you know, with it, but I'm not gonna do a lot of it. You know, like where you run 50, 60, 100 cars over it. I'm not gonna do all of that in a single time. But maybe a couple coal cars or whatever, maybe. They ain't gotta be fully loaded neither. Just maybe the hopper cars in this train. That would be about right. At least for testing what I'm gonna do. So, we hope. So I think, maybe after delivering this, you know, lumber, that maybe I'll bring some coal out here. I should have enough raw iron, I think. I mean, even if not, you know, we'll stack it up with some coal. Basically, I'll park this train over in the other track there. We should be alright with that, I would imagine. At least for now. Because we're not going to leave these cars in the way. Or I retake these down, you know, to the sawmill and put them in the sawmill. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Wait for that. Who knows, I should have enough steel pipe. It'll last us for a minute. And I will see you all next time.